Hello and welcome to this short practice on the embodiment of the zodiac sign of Cancer. So if you have a block or two handy, it'd be good to have for your practice. And we'll begin by sitting. So finding a nice tall seat, and this could be kneeling or cross-legged, whatever is most comfortable for you. And before we close our eyes, I want you to take either right hand, left hand, one hand on your upper chest, and one hand on your belly, and then closing the eyes here. Let's begin just to become aware of our breath, feeling the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. So currently the sun, in Western astrology, the sun is in the zodiac sign of Cancer. Cancer is the crab. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and it represents our mental, emotional mind. It's all about feeling. And the sign of Cancer resides in our breasts and our belly. So as you drop in here to body and awareness, to sensations and feelings, I just want you to ask yourself, how do I want to be loved and nourished? So Cancer is the energy of the mother. So how can we mother ourselves, love and nourish ourselves? There is no greater relationship than the one we have with ourselves. So let's begin here. Feeling, becoming aware. Let's take another couple of deep breaths. Feeling into the space of the breasts and the belly, the womb, the heart. And then gently relaxing the arms, fluttering open the eyes, and we'll come onto our backs. Sleeping butterfly. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet come together and knees come wide. And this is where, if you'd like, you could use a couple of blocks underneath the knees. Knees are pressing down toward the earth. This is a pretty big opening across the groin. If it is creating any problems in the low back, you can always reverse the rotation of the thighs and bring knees together and take feet wide. So find what works best for your body here. And you could come back to bringing one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Or maybe you just want to stretch the arms out into a T. So feeling into this practice, what you're needing in this moment for your body. Coming back to this place of home. So Cancer represents the mother, it represents home, which is relates to safety and security. But it's not that physical home, even though the physical home does matter, the way in which we create space for that safety and security, but it's the home inside. And the mantra for Cancer would be, I feel. Allowing yourself to drop even more into your body. Mothering yourself exactly as you need and desire in this moment. Coming home to our bodies means we are drawing awareness into our bodies. Bringing that intelligence back into ourselves. The body, of course, will operate without you having to know all the ins and outs and the intricacies of it. But how much more powerful is it if we start to tune in and we start to listen and we start to bring that intelligence back to ourselves? Take another couple of deep breaths here. And then hands on the outsides of the knees, draw the knees back together. Extend left leg down on your mat, draw right knee in towards your chest, and we're going to take a half happy baby. So option one here is just to draw the right knee out to the side, and you could stay right here. I like to have left hand on my hip just to help ground down through the left side. I'm close to a wall here, and I'm pressing my left foot into the wall. So if you had a wall available, it is kind of nice for grounding. And then taking it into the happy baby, if you'd like, the sole of right foot goes up toward the ceiling, hand either the ankle or the shin or the inner or outer edge of the foot. And take some deep breaths here. And then releasing. Extend right leg down on your mat and draw left knee in towards your chest. And begin by drawing that left knee out to the left side, right hand to right hip here if you'd like, for grounding. And then staying right here, or option for half happy baby, again on the left hand side. Allowing your breath to draw into the hips and the pelvis, the space of the belly. And a couple more breaths. And then release, bring left leg down alongside right, reach your arms up overhead. Let's take a nice long full body stretch here. And then rolling onto either right side or left side and rolling onto your belly for half frog pose. Stacking the hands on top of one another and taking right leg out to the right. So your knee becomes somewhat parallel with the hip. And you can either draw foot towards center, you can kind of take it away from center, find what works best for you. And then resting forehead down on your mat, just pause here. Now as we press belly and breasts into the space underneath us, start to feel again that just movement of the breath. And soften through your shoulders. And then option here to take this into a gentle back bend, coming up to Sphinx in the upper body. Our elbows come underneath our shoulders, the forearms make a number 11. Now, if this creates any tension in the low back, you can bring it back down. You could bring the hands into prayer, so this would be a little less of a back bend, bringing the elbows forward and the thumbs toward the forehead. So this is an option. So choose the option that works best for you, and let's take 3 deep breaths. How do I want to be loved and nourished? And then coming back down, stacking hands, bringing the forehead down, and draw right leg into center. Shimmy the hips here if you'd like. You can bend the knees and send the heels side to side. And we're going to do this on the other side. We're now going to take left knee out to the left. Knee somewhat parallel with the hip. Again, playing with the foot placement, whether you want it drawing towards center or moving away from center. Feeling the rise and fall of the breath as it moves toward the earth. Breathing into your backside as well as your front side. And then option to take this into the gentle back bend with the hip opener. So Sphinx, or taking the prayer hands, which would create a little less intensity on the low back. Finding a neutral neck, maybe just moving the head side to side, so remember to soften the shoulders. So this energy of the mother is soft, powerful. It is also that mama bear energy, which is fierce and protective. That we take care of ourselves, we take care of our loved ones. And then gently releasing the back bend, coming back onto your belly. We're drawing left knee back into center. Shimmying the hips here if you'd like, maybe finding some stillness. Reaching arms forward like a Superman, Superwoman, and then we will roll onto our sides, come back onto our back, and this is where you'll want your block for the final posture. For supported shoulder stand. So the block is going to come to the base of the spine, right at the sacrum. So hips are lifted. And then lifting feet up toward the sky. Arms coming down along your sides. You could reach them overhead or out to the side. Or maybe you want to rest them somewhere on your torso, some place that feels like home. Letting the hips be heavy. I feel. Tuning into that energy of the mother, of mothering yourself, of loving and nourishing yourself. When we love and nourish ourselves, we are loving and nourishing ourselves. Taking care of that internal world. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then gently releasing, bringing the feet back down. Lifting the hips, set your block off to the side. And once again, bringing one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart, and just pausing here. Sending that love and nourishment through the palms of your hands into your body, absorbing into yourselves. I feel. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a blessed day.